Why does Fireball whiskey taste so good?
Always ordered by D-bags at the bar. Cheers.
Flancher.
So gross. Guys, welcome back to a new episode and a new show. First one we're gonna do is Fireball. Fireball cinnamon whiskey. Can it even be called whiskey?
I'm a big fan of this drink.
You're a big fan or not a big fan?
I am. Big fan.
You're a big fan, yeah? Go for
Put
it.
that down.
No, I just want to give you a shot because you're a big fan. Before we all start, let's just give you a quick shot because you're a huge fan.
That is a big shot.
Not really, it's a shot glass.
Oh, I want to see you do the shot same time.
But I'm not a big fan.
How dare you
I never
say
said I was a
that
big
about
fan.
the Turkish tea glass?
Do
It
a
is
shot.
not a shot glass.
All I know is that you're a big fan and you should
Nobody
do a shot.
shots tea,
Why don't you do a shot?
you idiot. Okay, so Fireball. I haven't drunk it in about, I'd say 8 years now, probably on the nose. First discovered it when I was living in Whistler, as you do.
You lived inside a bottle of Whistler. Wow.
Fantastic
This man really likes his whiskey.
Whistler, BC, Canada, one of the best ski resorts in North America. I discovered Fireball and I was in my early 20s, so obviously
Everyone discovered it.
I enjoyed Fireball back then. It was before I discovered whiskey. I mean, I did drink a little bit of whiskey back then, but I didn't really care about it that much. So Fireball whiskey, is it whiskey? Who cares? It's fun.
Yeah, it's got antifreeze in it, or at least a
it was
chemical.
fun. It was fun back then.
Yeah, of course it was, because you're in your 20s and you got an iron fucking liver and you can have whatever you want. You're out there as Mr. Snowboard instructor and he's getting fireballs for all the girls. I can just picture it now, this fucking clown in Whistler, right? Mr. Snowboard instructor. Hey ladies, let me buy you a fireball. Get them all drunk, and then you knew what it did for you, and that's why he likes it. It was what it did for him rather than the taste. So here's what I will say is that this thing was taken off the shelves at one point because it had chemicals.
It was too good.
No, I had.
Too good.
What were you? Were you a snowboard instructor?
I was working on the mountain.
What'd you do?
I don't want to say exactly who I worked for because I don't want to get them in trouble.
But what did you do as a job?
I worked on the mountain.
Okay, so here's what Sully told me when I met him. I was a snowboard instructor up in Whistler, so maybe he was just the guy that lets people off the lift.
Which, if you know that is literally one of the best jobs you can do.
Best or hardest?
Second season lifties get to the best spots.
What does that mean?
Harmony chair.
So what did you do on the mountain?
I worked on the mountain.
Oh, no you did. What did you work the mountain with?
Well, if
the mountain's called Scott's Dick,
I
then
can't
yeah.
say, but just in case I tell you some stories, and if it gets linked to the company I work for, that's not good for them.
Don't link it to the company, just tell us what you did.
Well, there's only one company that just does what I did.
Well, let's pretend that you didn't say that.
I was a stripper. And I lied before, I wasn't tubby. The one time in my life I actually had a six-pack that wasn't beer, and Fireball shots were done off and from my body.
Fucking hell, Sal, I love you. Okay, so back to the Fireball. Sully, it's his favourite drink. Is that what you said?
Number one.
Do you shot them? If you like it so much. I mean,
No,
it's right in front of you.
I would genuinely be sick if I did that. I never said it was my favourite, I just said that the...
Here's the question. If something's your favourite drink, do you really need the guy sitting beside you to drink it with you, or can you just drink it on your own because you love it so much and you drink it every night?
I mean, that might apply if you actually said it was your favourite drink.
Sounds like you're Pinocchio.
All I said was that the negative reviews were harsh, and I think nostalgia plays a big part in liking something.
Now, let's read the bad comments about Fireball. This might be the worst thing I've ever put into my body. That was by Whiskey Turkey. Nice review.
I'm going to take a sip after every negative comment and respond to that.
Go ahead. I'm just flicking down through all the 1 stars.
I disagree. It is very sweet though. I wouldn't be able to drink the amounts of that I did back then now, because I don't like sweet drinks.
Okay, so why don't you read some of the comments that are on your fucking page?
The first comment is simply awful.
Simply awful.
I must say I disagree. It is simply delightful.
I'm gonna pour some just to remind myself how bad this was. I've done lots of shots of this. It's not like I've never done Fireball. I've done millions of shots of this, but this is the type of stuff, much like Jaeger, nobody wants to sit by the fucking fire and sip on a Jaeger. right? You just don't, because it's shit. The reason why you do Jaeger or Fireball or any of those dirty, nasty drinks is to bring camaraderie, and it's like, hey, let's all do this together because we're all drunk and it'll make us bigger brothers. That's why people do shit when they're drunk, right? Simple as that. That's why Jaeger knew this, and that's how they got big. And they'll tell you in their whole marketing pitch the exact same information. It's like, let's all do a Fireball because it's fucking horrible, and we'll all become better mates because we did it together. That. I have loads of stories on this stuff, which I'm not going to go into now, but I tell you, here's the first review. Doesn't merit 0.25 stars out of 5, 0.25 stars. If I could give it a negative 1,000 stars, I would, without hesitation. It's so sweet. Warning, if you've diabetes, avoid this product. Hey, I love sugar, but there's a limit, and Fireball violated this horribly. I can't remember. I haven't drank this in a long time.
I mean, it is pretty sweet, so it's semi-accurate, but he's very scathing.
Basically what it's like is if you've ever made simple syrup, if you're a bartender watching this,
that's true.
it's basically like half of this is simple syrup.
Yeah, it's like
The other quarter is cinnamon, and then the other quarter is whiskey. It's fucking disgusting.
Which for some people is probably delightful.
Yeah, for people who love like super high sugar. There's more sugar in this than a glass of fucking Pepsi or Coke. Way more. It's way sweeter. How could they call that whiskey? That's not legal. They surely can't do that. Oh, it says liquor there. Okay.
No, but it also says whiskey.
It says cinnamon and whiskey. A liquor blended with cinnamon and whiskey. How much of it's whiskey? 5%? Okay, read another one of your comments there, champ.
Unless you like eating cinnamon sticks or don't find the cinnamon challenge that difficult, you're probably going to hate this whiskey.
So someone said it tastes like red hot soaked in water. No, actually, it make that big red gum soaked in piss. Just the thought of sipping this syrupy mess is enough to make you gag and start dry heaving. And these grandmas trying it for the first time agree with me.
There's
What
probably
grandmas?
a video involved with that.
It's always ordered by D-bags at the bar.
So I can tell from the start that this is reviewed by American people because I've never heard of Red Hots and I don't know what a D-bag is.
I'm pretty sure you know what a D-bag is. Red Hots is a candy in America that's basically cinnamon, hot cinnamon flavored. Basically exactly like that. Hot cinnamon, spicy cinnamon. Anyway, there's a lot of bad bloody fucking reports on this thing.
Why does Fireball whiskey taste so good? Because you haven't evolved to Scotch yet. You're poor.
You're poor.
This sounds like it's been written by someone like Jay. It's very, what's the word?
Crass?
Whoever wrote that's a knobhead. Like, you haven't evolved to Scotch yet.
Why would I? If I was gonna write that, I'd fucking put Irish.
How pretentious is that?
No, it's
You
not
haven't evolved to
pretentious.
Scotch. What's so good about Scotch?
Have you tried Scotch today, and then you tried this sugary mess? Are you fucking for real? Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously Scotch is way nicer, depending on what you're drinking.
Way nicer.
I love Scotch. Scotch. I watched Anchorman last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know what it was a week ago.
For the third time's a charm. Yeah, pretentious twat. Whoever wrote this review. Quite
No
simply.
way. He's dead right. Whoever wrote that review is fucking spot on.
Because you haven't evolved to Scotch yet.
Yeah.
People have to evolve.
If people think that's
people who
good
like
as
Scotch
a whiskey,
like Scotch. People who don't like Scotch don't have to like Scotch. And just because they haven't evolved to like Scotch doesn't mean they're any less of a person.
No, they're poor.
This twat is.
they're poor.
And specifically doesn't mean they're poor.
It does.
It just means they don't like Scotch as much as they like Fireball. Because they're an idiot. But that's fine. You could be an idiot if you want.
No, he's actually right on that. I will agree with Solly on that one. Just because you don't like Fireball doesn't mean you're poor. Or if you do like it, whatever. Just because you don't, just because you like Fireball doesn't mean you're poor. It just means you got an uneducated palate. If you like that sugary fucking mess, you're probably young. You're watching this. You're 21. You think it's okay. That's fine. Wait till you get a little bit older.
It's fine. Who cares?
Cheers.
Flauncher.
No, you have to cheers. You're gonna shot it.
Hold on. Nah, you didn't finish enough.
It's your favorite drink. Why would you puke? Oh, I nearly got some in. Nearly got some in. Cheers. All right. So gross. I even left some. Oh, it's so bad it was. That's just sugary, disgusting. You want me to review that? -10. -10. That's the worst ever. That's, oh my God. Oh, it's not a whiskey, so if I was reviewing a liqueur or a shot at a bar at 2 a.m. in the morning, it would get way higher marks because it would be one of those that you would want to do to get fucked up because it tastes nasty. But as a sipping whiskey, nope.
I personally didn't think we were going into this review thinking, or I didn't even know it was a review, to be honest. I never expected to be in whiskey in the first place. This is a liqueur, and it's shit. But it provides me with some good memories, so I love it. Fuck it.
Subscribe, like, and comment below.
He is
and let us
the
know
best
that you know.
dog ever.
Yeah, he loved the fur while he was high. He was like rubbing it.
Kind of spoiled it now, though.
Yeah.